on, Robert. Stop. I want to make sure I get all this. Mootness is the idea that a case resolves itself before it actually gets to trial. Can you give me some examples of mootness that we talked about in class?
Wade, they made the argument that since the woman had already had her child, the case had resolved itself. She could not get an abortion.
It takes about 9 months to have a baby. She sued to have an abortion. She had already had the baby. The argument was that it resolved itself. Do you remember why they ultimately decided the case?
They ultimately decided the case because
How did they get around the mootness argument? Anybody in the room? Go ahead.
That because it affected a large number of women in the country.
It did. There were millions of other similarly circumstanced or pregnant women at the time. Can you give me another example of mootness that we talked about yesterday? Wednesday. 5, 4, 3. Next hand I see.
if you owed someone a civil debt and it had already resolved.
Did we really talk about that? Just stop. Go ahead, Kelly.
With affirmative action, if somebody sues to get, someone says that they're really smart and they didn't get into college, but someone who's like, because affirmative action got in instead of them,
Yes.
they can sue, and usually the college will just let them in, because if you let them in before it goes to trial, then there was no injury.
The injury, they wanted to be admitted. If you admit them, then the injury goes away, and then the court will not actually consider the idea of other people being discriminated. Go ahead, click it, Catherine. A case dismissed by the Supreme Court because it's resolved itself before being heard. Touch the house. Catherine's doing a good job. Henry's doing a good job. Y'all pick me a category. Let's see. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 56, 4, 5, 10, 15, 18, 5, 10, 15. A lot of points out there. Pick me a category.
Judiciary 4.
Judiciary for 4. Ripeness, first hand I see. Actually, I think it's Ashley.
So ripeness is when a case hasn't happened unless it's come to court.
A case hasn't happened unless it's come to court. Okay,
A case.
Give me an example, and maybe we can talk through this. 5.
Contraceptives.
How did it work? 4.
A lady sued because she had a condition where she couldn't have a baby.
1, 2, 3, 4. Do you remember what state this was in? Anybody in the group? 4. Oh, it's going to be bad. 3, 2. The fine state of Connecticut actually had anti-contraception laws. And actually, to your point, a woman actually had a condition where if she got pregnant, she might die. Connecticut's law said that a doctor could not advise and the patient could not accept birth control. Grant, your hand was next. What made this case not right? Because she sued to get that bill struck down, yes?
Oh my God.
What was the argument? Your group's got it. 4. 3. I saw your hand, Grant. 2. Anybody in the group? 1. Go ahead.
She didn't receive any standing. She didn't receive any injury yet to make.
I'm trying to help people here.
So the way she got it eventually.
Well, wait, there was another case, wasn't there? So first the woman sued, but she wasn't pregnant yet, and the argument was the case isn't right. You might die if you get pregnant, but you haven't suffered the injury yet. Who sued next?
The doctor sued.
The doctor sued next. And did the doctor have standing?
No.
No. How did they get it?
So she brought a cop into the doctor's office. The doctor gave her the contraceptive. She took the contraceptive. The police officer arrested both of them.
Now they suffered the injury. 1, 2, 3, 4. And the court immediately struck it down. Mootness means it's already resolved and the court won't hear it. And ripeness means the injury hasn't happened yet, even if it's likely to. And at that point, that means that the court won't hear it. Go ahead, click it. Pick me a category. A case dismissed by the court because an injury has not yet been suffered. Touch the house. Go ahead.
Let's do judiciary for 2.
Judiciary for 2, big spender. Criminal law and civil law, first hand I see. Oh,
I know this one. Come
criminal
on.
law and civil law.
Can the cameraman answer questions?
No. Go ahead, click it, Catherine. Criminal law, the state prosecutes a crime against a suspect threatening their liberty and possibly their life. Civil law, this is an individual against individual case with the outcome dealing with money. Criminal law, beyond a reasonable doubt. Civil law, the standard is preponderance of evidence. This is in the notes that I gave you from the court visit. Beyond group, pick me a category. Thank you, Catherine. Pick me a category. Gotta go.
Executive 1.
Executive 1. List all you can. Click it. Qualifications to be president, both formal and informal.
Okay, so,
Yeah, you have it. First hand IC's got it next. Grant's got it.
So formal would be, you have to be natural born citizen.
Natural born citizen 1.
You have to be 35.
35 2.
Resident in the U.S.
4.
14 years.
14 years. Anything else?
Informal would be, you have to be Protestant? I can't say that. That
Protestant.
Protestant white.
I
Protestant.
can't say that. You
White
have to be
male.
white.
Do you have to be white?
Well, not anymore. But
Not anymore. It
before,
had a time limit. Anything else?
Tall,
Tall, straight. Anything else?
straight, male,
Got it. 4, 3,
charismatic.
2. I'll go with that. 1. Go ahead, Robert's group.
Married.
Married. Yes, you did have to be married. Anything else you can tell me? 4.
Persuasive.
Usually you have to have a background in, say, law or the military or something else.
Yeah, that's actually true. 1, 2.
You have to be a
I'll
man
go with
of-
persuasive.
You have to be a man
I
that's
think somebody said man.
of considerable wealth and influence.
Did you have to be wealthy?
Yeah.
Yes.
With a few rare exceptions. There were
They
no
do
poor
say in there that
presidents.
there were very few
For example,
poor ones,
Lincoln
but at
was
least
middle class.
At least middle class. Anything else? 3, 2, 1. Go ahead, click it. Pick me a category. Y'all have 9. You're in last place, but 2 correct answers from the right question puts you in second. Gotta go. Pick me a question.
Chapter questions 1.
Oh, that's gonna do it. Chapter questions for 1. First hand I see. What did Marbury versus Madison establish?
Oh, this is easy.
Go ahead, Giselle. Click it. Judicial review. Giselle got one. Giselle, pick me a category. You are actually within shouting distance of first place if you get the right question. Pick me one. There are 3 Pictionaries. You're gonna get another one. Gotta go. Gotta go.
Executive for 2?
That's not gonna be a Pictionary. List all you can. Click it. Presidential term limits. Y'all have it first. First hand I see has got it
They're
next.
restricted to 2 terms.
Presidents are restricted to 2 terms. Tell me more.
4 years each.
4 years each. Tell me more.
If you become a president during another president's term and serve 2 years, you can only run once after that.
If you actually serve more than half of a term that another president was elected to, you can only be elected 1 time. And if you serve less than half,
Then you can run the 2 terms.
and then you can actually get elected 2 terms. What amendment actually established that 5?
The 24th Amendment.
-2. First hand I see. What amendment established that? 4, 3, 2. Shame on y'all. 1. Henry, you know, right?
23rd.
Click it. 20 seconds. Shame
Ah.
on you, Henry. Y'all, Giselle gave me the last correct answer. Pick me a category. You're really close. Come on.
You guys can pick one.
You can do this. Big spender.
Executive 5.
Executive for 5. Oh, the 25th Amendment. First hand I see. You've got it. Go.
I got this.
Cam.
How do we learn?
Nah, I got it.
Oh, but it's a term. It's not list all you can. It's a term. Go ahead, Cam.
So if the president is removed from office due to death or resignation, the vice president becomes president?
Yeah, that's actually right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Section 1 says that if the president cannot continue, the vice president takes over. What does Section 2 say?
Section 2, sure.
Anybody in 5, 4. Who's got it next? 3, 2.
The head of the House, House Majority Leader, becomes the president if the vice president.
That's what Section 2 says?
Job.
No, go Ashley. -5.
If the vice president dies, the president has to elect someone, and the House and the Senate have
Elect someone?
well,
Minus.
choose.
Mine is-
Choose. The president has to choose someone subject to what?
The Senate and House approval.
Senate and House. 1, 2,